But first, police officers shoot a man they say they thought had a gun. Good afternoon, I'm Deborah Knapp.
And I'm Aaron Wright. The Balcones Heights officers are now on administrative duty.
Let's go live to Eyewitness News reporter Henry Ramos off Babcock Road. Henry, what was the suspect carrying?
Aaron and Deborah, police say the man was actually waving around a pipe that was wrapped up in cloth. This all unfolding right behind me at the Spanish Keys apartments. The residents here waking up to gunshots. Now, investigators say they got a call about a shirtless man that was walking around pointing what appeared to be a gun. Balcones Heights Police Chief John DeGenera says the suspect, who hasn't been identified, refused to listen to officers. Well, the two officers reportedly told the man to show his hands, but he refused. And at one point, police say the suspect was in between vehicles and reached down and grabbed what they thought was a gun. Now, according to police, the officers then fired at least 5 shots. The man was hit in the right knee. The police chief explained here why he thinks the pipe was mistaken for a gun.
It's a silver pipe wrapped with cloth at a handle. It's probably about 4 to 5 inches. So I'm not sure, unless you're an expert from far away. I'm sure that's why the residents probably took it as what it was.
The chief says after the shooting, the suspect then started apologizing to the officers, but still refused to give his name. The suspect was taken to the hospital. He's expected to be okay. Police, they'll now review the body camera footage. And for transparency, the chief has also called in the Texas Rangers to investigate these officers' actions. We're live here in the Northwest Side. Henry Ramos, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.